Righto, so the car market in Australia is going crazy with classic cars. Okay, the last video we done had the thumbnail with the Atlas Grey VNSS Commodore. We're going to run through in this one what the stuff is selling for. And oh my god, the RX3 Coupe, you'll be amazed what that thing's going for. Righto, so I've been doing a few Greys online auction yard videos down at Pinkenbar down on, in Brisbane. Okay, so I go through the yard for you guys that haven't seen it. I film a few of the cars, look what's there. You guys are really starting to enjoy those videos. I'm back down there again tomorrow to drop a car down, because I actually get tow jobs that get me down into that yard and I go and do it. So when I go through tomorrow, I'll actually go through the cars a little bit more, open some bonnets, open some doors, start to look into the cars a bit more, because you guys seem to be really enjoying it. And I do too, to be honest. Like, doing the research for this video, going through now for finding what things have sold for. It's a double-edged sword because I've started bidding on stuff myself. But anyway, righto. So you'll see this car here. It is a 79 Mercedes-Benz. It was that white one with the BDS wheels. It looked sweet. Okay, it sold for $12,300. I reckon that's cheap for that thing. It was really nice. So for anyone, like, I'll put these pictures up here, right? But you can go back to the other video to have a bit better look at what the cars were. But we'll run through these now for what they sold for. When we were down there, there were two Jaguar XJ6s, both Series 3 ones. You can sell it to Series 3 because they have the big black bumper bars. Okay, so this was the nicer one out of the two. So the second one that was in the video was this silver one, you'll see. It actually sold at $7.5 grand, which to me, that looked like a driver. You'd get in and drive that and it wasn't rusty. Whereas this other one that's down there, okay, so this one here is also a Series 3. It was the grey one. It passed in. So the starting bid, because see how on this one it says $4,009? That's the starting bid, so that's bid to buy. There's no reserve as such, but if you bid on that, if you go to $4,010, you own it. It wasn't a bad car, wasn't super rusty, but you'll be able to have a bit closer look in that other video. But as I said, the next video when I go down tomorrow, I am actually going to go in depth a lot further to show you the cars. Now, this next one is an EH Holden. It was in the first, because, well, I've done two of these Greys ones recently, okay, and then this one here was in the background again. It's an EH. Now, it says reserve not met at 10 grand, so it's been down there for a while, this thing. It's been through the auction cycle a couple of times, but it says reserve not met, the little bar, so I don't know if the reserve is 15 odd grand. It was, I'll have a better look at it this time when I go down, guys. But yeah, see, it's 10 grand passed in, so you might have to pay about 15 grandish for that. I don't know what the reserve is, but yeah, it's not a bad car. It's a, yeah. This one here is actually still bidding on now. So at the time of this video, it has, what's it got to go? 2 days to go, 2 days and 10 hours to go. It was that VK Vacationer wagon at the very, very start of the last video. They're bidding on it. It's at 2 grand. There's no reserve, so that you bid on that, you buy that, and that's 2 grand. That's not bad money for a VK wagon. It didn't look that rusty. It wasn't too bad. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of guys that asked me to actually chase this up to see what it's selling for. So it's got a couple of days to go. So when I do my next follow-up video, this one will be in it, and we will actually have a price that it sold for. So yeah, VK wagon, that's pretty cheap, and it's still, by the time this goes up, it should still be live. You should still be able to bid on it. Part of the way through the video, I talked about the newer Mustangs. Okay, so you've got your old Mustangs, then you've got, there was like a mid-model Mustang. So this one here was an 06. I think it's 06 to 08. That red one, it's sort of, they're a lot squarer than the new like GT350 ones like Adam LZ's got and Hadzi. I like these ones. They're a bit squarer, and I think I said in the video they were like a lot of a throwback to your older style Mustang. But it sold. Yeah, it went through with no reserve on it. It sold for $30,200, which is huge money. But there's not many of those ones in the country. I quite like them though, and it was a manual one too, so it's a pretty cool car that's actually sold going through the auctions. This next one's just a bit of a curveball. It wasn't in my video, but my wife Nicole, her first car was one of these slant nose Coronas, but this is actually a Ute. Okay, the reserve hasn't been met on it, and at the time of this video it's still got a day to go. It's at 12.5 grand, that little Ute, and it still hasn't hit the reserve. That's the crazy money that classic cars are going for these days. It's yeah, wow. Righto, so there was a couple of comments, a couple of you guys that watched the videos asked, in the background after the Mustang you'll see there was a really bright coloured XR8, and this is the one here, guys. Okay, it's still got a day to go when I'm filming this now, so in the next video we'll have a finished price for it, but I didn't want you guys to think just because I'm not a big Ford guy that I'm ignoring you. I'm not, definitely. So yeah, it's at $5,300 already, and the reserve has not been met, so I'm not sure what that's going to go up to, but still, it's yeah, I do have one of these, a blue one, an XR8 that we are going to be doing a restoration on. So yeah, it's good to see that it's actually going to be worth the money to do it, because it will be one that we build and sell, that XR8. That's down the track. Don't ask me about it tomorrow, okay? Righto. This one here's another curveball. It wasn't in my video, but I came across it while I was editing and looking for information for you guys. It's just a 78 so HZ Holden. Yeah, it's got no reserve and it's at $4,410, and it has 2 days to go. So this one here should still be live just when I put this video up. So that at buying that at 4 grand, 4.5 grand, I reckon that I'll make a prediction that that gets up to 12 grand. That'll sell for around 12 grand, I reckon, when it gets through. It's not super tidy, but it's not super bad. It's got bucket seats. But yeah, any of you guys can look at this stuff too on Grays Online. It's not a bad site. You can spend hours. And here is the belle of the ball, the RX3. Now this thing still has 2 days to go, and it is at $21,000, right? So RX3 coupe. It is a rotary. This thing, I reckon this will go near 40 grand. I reckon this will touch the 40 grand mark. But look at this. It's got no manifold. So there's the rotary, there's the engine bay in it. Like, it's not rusty, it is a good car. Don't take this the wrong way, I love it. I think it's great. But just the way that cars have gone. So you can see there that it's actually missing the inlet manifold. It's crazy, but she is a nice car. It isn't completely rusted out. A lot of these ones are bad. It's got the look, but 21 grand with 2 days to go. I reckon it'll touch 40 grand. We'll see how I go with my predictions. I'm enjoying doing these auction videos, guys. So if you guys like them, make sure you hit that like button so that I know you want more, because I really enjoy it. The aluminium heads will be back on the Jag very, very soon, and it'll give me an excuse to just drive down there to do these videos instead of waiting for tow jobs to come in. So yeah. And the last one for the day is a bit of a curveball. In the background, okay, of the start of the video, there was a little Humber Vogue sedan. It sold, and it sold for $7,300. That little thing there, absolute madness. I don't know, guys. I enjoy that, what the classic car market is doing these days and where it's heading. It makes it feasible for me to do what I do in buying cars and restoring, and the restoration business that I've been heading towards setting up for a long time is not just going to be me pissing about. We'll actually be able to make a living out of it. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I am filming again tomorrow down at Grays Online. Eventually I'll talk to them, I suppose, and get a bit more access to some other stuff, and I'll keep watching these prices, and I'll do these update videos of what stuff is actually selling for and where it's heading in the market. I might do some videos too on what I predict are the up and coming cars, the ones you want to look at now. There are a couple that I think will double in price over the next couple of years that I'm looking at myself, but don't quite have the money to buy them. But see how we go. Righto, guys, don't forget, if you like this video, and I'm not saying don't just hit the like button because you hit the like button. Hit the like button if you do enjoy this style of video and looking at these classic cars and what's going on. There are other auctions around the place I can go to, so let me know if you see something in the video you want to know more about, and just let me know. Okay, the VNSS that was in that video isn't in here. There is one in South Australia for sale at the moment for 29 grand it's at. But I haven't found the one we looked at in the video. I am searching and looking. When I go down tomorrow, I'll get a lot number. But we'll have more information on that one in the next one of these update videos. Righto guys, see you.